After the storm comes sunshine. I broke down yesterday, 24 hours ago. The car was dropped off at Porsche Brooklands. We're on our way now. They've given us a call. They've said the car's ready. I didn't want to ask them the costs over the phone. I thought I'd wait until I get into the garage. Not looking forward to that part. We're in a cab on our way down there, yet more expense. We'll find out what's happened to the car. Be good to see it again. Yeah, let's see what happens. You know what? It seems like only yesterday. Well, hang on. It was only yesterday. In fact, it was literally just under 24 hours ago. My car came in limping off a trailer in the back of this garage. They've said they fixed it. They haven't told me how much it costs. I've got to give them credit for that. I don't know what they're going to charge me, but they've turned it around within 24 hours. There's a lot of comments about why you're going to a Porsche main dealer. The parts are really cheap. You should do it yourself. That's not my cup of tea, okay? My speciality is not fixing cars. That's something else. I'm going to let these guys do what they've had to do. And, oh look, I've just got a message. Tom in Gracia. Hi Max, blow your car up with dynamite. What? I don't know why you want to blow my car up with dynamite, Tom, but I'll read that when I get back in at home. Blow my car up with dynamite. I'm sure it's relevant to a comment that's going on at the moment. Right, see you guys in a bit. So I just got the bill. I'm still smiling. Maybe because I'm delirious right now. £879. But to be fair, they did an awesome job here. This is literally 24 hours since I brought the car in. They've changed 2 sets of cables. The labour, it was about 2.5 hours of the labour. Parts was about, I think it was 300 quid parts or something. I'll go through the invoice later on, but my card's being processed right now. Hopefully I don't faint, and hopefully it doesn't get declined. See it in a bit. Fluffed up. I wasn't even recording on my first attempt when I was showing you what the gear linkages look like. They've let me come back a second time, so I've just come back now. Thanks to Porsche Brooklands. They haven't thrown the parts away. I was gutted when I got back home, checked for the footage, and I realised I wasn't even recording. This is what you get when you use an iPhone and not my standard recording equipment. So they've let me come back. They're trying to find the parts, and hopefully we can try and do a repeat of what we did in the first time round. And I thought it was amazing because they are 2 shifter cables, one that does the left and right motion of the gear stick and the other one that does the front and back. I didn't know there were 2 shifters, and it'd be really interesting for you to see where the component actually snapped off from the cable. So if we can get that again for you today, that would be a complete success for me in terms of making a video that brings some useful content to you. Right, so it's definitely recording this time. This is a video we tried to make earlier on. These are the 2 gear cables that were replaced in my car. These are the old ones, and essentially this is what I learned. There are 2 cables here, and then, you know, I might as well shut up now. I'll let Mike, the mechanic, pretty much talk about which side was which, because I got it the wrong way around. Can we start with the side that broke? Was it this side?
So this side is the one that broke here, as you can see. So the cable's actually snapped right on the point here where it's crimped into this metal piece, and this is the part here that connects onto your gearbox on the ball and socket joint, and that's the point that's failed in there.
Okay, gotcha, because that was a mistake. I actually thought it broke underneath my shifter, but it turns out it actually came loose at the gearbox end.
Yeah.
So these are 2 identical cables. Are the connectors the same on both
Yeah, they're both
sides?
exactly the same, but they do 2 different jobs. The one that is snapped is what does the forward and backwards motion of the gear sticks when you're selecting like 3rd or 4th. But when you need to select 1st and 2nd or 5th and 6th, you also need to be able to twist the mechanism on top of the gearbox side to side, and that's where this cable here comes into play.
Gotcha. Okay, and you said you actually replaced some brackets for me as well, is that right?
Yeah, so we also replaced the pivot points here. This is the part that actually bolts to the gearbox. The reason is because it's actually modified, so it's made slightly differently, and this ball part here is actually at a slightly different angle. And this bracket here is also modified by Porsche now. It has an extra piece on it, so we've replaced that as well.
Because that's one thing you showed me in one of your other pictures. These cables go over the engine to the gearbox, is that right?
Yeah, so they run from your gear shifter through your centre console, and then they come up over the top of the engine and then back down on top of the gearbox. So normally you would expect them to run underneath the engine, but on a Porsche they run over the top.
Gotcha. And on the other side, are the cables pretty same type of cables, but I guess the connectors
Yeah, they're exactly the same end to end, except the only difference on this end is that they've got this small screw type of plastic at the end, and this is so you can adjust the gear stick when you fit your new ones. So when you've got your gear stick in neutral, it's exactly in the centre. If you misadjust it, it'll be slightly one side or to the other.
Well, I can tell you you've done a fantastic job, because I've driven back home, found out I forgot this footage, and I've come back here, and the shifting is so much better now. The shift, it seems amazing. They've only changed cables, I swear to you. Just it's the business. The shift is so much better. I don't even know how it can be that much better just by changing the gears. They said they adjusted it. I don't know if you heard Mike, the mechanic there. Yeah, Mike and the mechanics. He checked out the cables. They've adjusted it. They've tensioned it. To all those people that just said, do it yourself, DIY, put a new cable in, you wouldn't have been able to do what these experts have done here. Now, I know I paid the money. They have really saved me out here. The car's back within 24 hours. Glad to be back with my car now. And all things are good. Let's hope I'm not here anytime soon. Thanks for a lot of your comments on the channel. That really kept me sort of sane yesterday. I was feeling a bit low. A lot of you were saying, yeah, it's happened to you. You know what? This is what this channel is about. There's Tom and Sideways G. They were like, oh, I deserve 50,000 subscribers and 1 million subscribers. Listen, it's not all about numbers, okay? The quality that counts. You guys out there, you guys have kept me motivated to bring you this video. And you know what? It's just a great feeling to share this stuff with you guys. Thank you all for your support. Thank you so much. Yesterday evening was a bit of a dark place for me, and just having those little comments kept coming in, just kept me real, kept me alive, kept me happy. So thank you very much. I hope to bring you more content in my car. Now it's working. Cheers, guys. I never had the chance to buy a brand new Porsche, financial reasons, but I got a car that was 8 years old. And I tell you, it shifts like a brand new Porsche. All of you guys that were lucky enough to have a brand new Cayman, now I know what you feel like with that manual stick shift. It is amazing. They said they tightened up some cables. You heard what Mike said, Mike the mechanic. They've tightened up some cables. They've put new linkages in, some new arms. The shift is the business. It's just so sweet. Certainly, I haven't seen a video that covers this topic. So Porsche shifter cables, how they can break, and how good it feels when you get new shifter cables put in. It's amazing. Take it easy. Thanks for watching.